I'm Marie Laperrière, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Sociology and Criminology. Most of my research is at the intersection of gender and crime. So I study experiences of gender-based violence, victimization, and perpetration, and also the conditions that can support desistance from violence. So when I was in college, I started volunteering with organizations that provide services to victims of domestic violence. I found this work very rewarding, but also very frustrating. So I realized very rapidly that I wanted to better understand how violence can be prevented in the first place. So I started working instead with men who had histories of domestic violence perpetration. And I decided to focus on the conditions that can support change. I've always been very fascinated by human beings' capacity for transforming themselves and rebuilding their lives. And traditionally in my field, most research on domestic violence focuses on why people become violent in the first place. So I wanted to understand instead how can we support people's efforts at building non-violent lives, and that how people can start to believe in their own capacity to change. So at this moment, I am working on a book manuscript that examine the experiences of men who have perpetrated domestic violence and are undergoing rehabilitative programs. So the objectives with that research was first to understand how men understand their own violent behavior, and second to identify the cultural narratives that support violence, but also the narratives that can support desistance from violence. So one of the findings from that research is that a lot of existing rehabilitative programs actually support rather than challenge the beliefs that support domestic violence. And this is in part because they focus on very traditional notions of masculinity that are often rooted in unachievable standards. So these notions of masculinity actually foster resentment in a way that supports violent behavior and legitimizes violent behavior. So this is one important finding. Another important finding is that a lot of these programs are extremely unequal. So they are more effective at supporting men who are more privileged and men who are more disadvantaged due to race, class, ethnicity, etc. are less likely to actually successfully complete those programs and receive the support that they need to become non-violent in the future. I have two main objectives with my research. The first one is contributing to efforts at preventing domestic violence. And the second objective is to challenge stereotypical ideas of violent offenders so that we can start thinking creatively about how to enhance their capacity for change rather than focusing on punishment. I think I have two main pieces of advice for students who want to pursue research in my field. The first one is to make sure that this is really the type of work that they want to do. And the second one is to make sure to have a really good support system. Researching violence is very meaningful and rewarding, but it can also take an emotional toll on the researcher. So this is not the type of work that you can do in isolation. You really do need to have people who support and challenge you and people who you can reach out to when the work becomes very difficult.